Happy Monday, folks. This is Paranormal Albany, and we are, all five of us are here, but Christina's having some technical difficulties, so hopefully she'll be able to get that worked out. Right now, nope, and she's gone. Got to give Ward a second to switch us to. Nope, she's back.
On back.
And if you can hear us, Christina, we are live right now. Um, Welcome back.
Thanks.
Hello.
So, we went live. Can you hear us?
Do it live.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, when we last left, everybody, the Lord Shiloh was had been knocked backwards by Rota and fell into a magical circle that Matthew had inlaid into the floor of the shop, and Hugo used to trap him. Hugo had made a so at this point 3 things are basically happening. Hugo had made a bargain with him. Rhoda, thinking that was a bad idea, attempted to jump and get him out of the shop. Unfortunately, Rhoda hit the magical circle and was stopped from grabbing him by that. And at this same moment, Adrianne hears a voice in her head. I'm going to try and do this well, although my voice is pretty rough. Mistress. You feel the pleading voice of your spiders ringing out in Adrianne's head. Mistress, do not let it out. Do not let the nemesis escape the mortal circle. The Queen of Air and Darkness orders it. Mab orders it. And you feel the power behind that name when it spoke. But then, right after that, you hear the she starts screaming. You're a fool to try and bargain with me. And Hugo, you feel 6 hours drop away. You're crap. You know, I've been thinking about this for the past week. And it goes. I'll be dead before you can become a freeholding lord. Fataron is playing games with you, mortal.
Hugo.
You know not
Just like
what you're
simple.
facing. That's 4, and at that moment, the circle drops, and everybody will get a chance to counter this, but you feel this wave of magic release from him. And let's see. Okay. Everybody, give me a roll to defend against magic. This would basically be a wave of magical force that rushed out to knock you down. If you have an idea or something you want to do, go ahead and tell me it. Vort, how would you stop this from knocking you?
This is my shop. This is where I do the most with my magic. So I absolutely feel I'd be able to channel the location into this, mental, and focus, and the distinction of my focus practitioner potions, as this is where I focus my magic the most.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
That's D10, D8, D8. Scroll this over here. What did you get? Got that. Okay. I mean, I have a consistent roll.
Yes, you do.
Because of where I am and because of who is here, I am spending a plot point in my D12.
Okay, you can roll your d12. I will tell you right now, he is definitely spending a. He is definitely spending a plot point.
All right, so I'm at 19 at the moment.
You're at 19. He's at
15 before you spend.
Yeah, no, he's at so that actually he's at 21 right now. Yes.
Which I could still spend one more plot point to keep one of the dice I already rolled as well, correct?
Yep.
I will do that to bring me to 24.
Okay. Rhoda, how are you going to defend against that?
Who did you say? My internet's acting.
Rhoda.
She's gonna do a defense. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I didn't, but okay, go ahead.
I can.
She's going to roll and mental and can you not hear me?
I can hear you, but your magic, the rune magic, doesn't really apply in this case.
But it's not. She's going to. But she's proficient in defensive spells. So couldn't she throw something to protect herself?
Not really, not in the time thing. If you'd had time to establish your rune, yes, but your rune magic, it's not it's not that instinctive stuff. It's got more power than a quick evocation, but it also takes more time.
Then and it's a blast, right?
Yes.
She's going to. I don't really know what she's gonna do. She can't use her magic.
Well, I mean, you could always do the old, literally dodge it.
Sure.
So
she'll use her Valkyrie. She's gonna use her Valkyrie to dive out of the way. Okay. And her and then I guess super annoyed by this internet. Oh, and now it won't roll.
There it goes.
There we go.
Okay. You've got.
I don't see it, so you'll have to tell me what it is. The
Yep.
internet.
9.
You have a 9.
I do have.
I right now have a 21.
Okay.
I guess I'm using my D8 polka die. Let's see.
Okay.
That brings you up to
That's
a
it.
12.
That's all she has.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay. All right. You are sent. You are sent flying. But I probably should stop doing that. But you did shift it down, so it's not. So the damage wasn't too bad. Okay, Adrianne, what are you gonna roll?
I could find some way to make that social, but I don't think that I don't think that works at the moment. Do I want to rely on magic or physical? Okay, so I think what I'm gonna argue for is a mental focus
No.
and tied to the universe.
What's your justification for tied to the universe?
Well, she sees
You see it coming?
yeah, basically. Because the closer an event is to reality, the clearer it is for her
Okay.
to anticipate. She doesn't see the future like Rowen does,
Right.
but she sees the threads that tie everything to everything else. And
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Go ahead and roll.
okay, how many step ups do I have? Because that's okay.
Oh shoot, that was my mistake. I didn't use. I could have used a couple step ups.
Not now.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. Okay, so. Okay. I am going to spend all 3 of my step ups to even have a chance at this. That'll work. And then we'll see if I'm gonna toss in my 1 polka die. Right, because that takes 1 d8. 1 step up takes a d8 to a d10. 2 step ups take a d6 to a d10. Okay, so that's 3 d10 I'm rolling. But that's not even possible because you have what, a 21?
Yes.
Oh, Christ. Oh, for God's sake. Got that plot point back. Well, actually, I didn't even spend one. Got a plot point? There's nothing. I can't. It's gotta be one of those nights, folks.
Come for the fun, stay for the chaos.
Oof,
I'll
this is
just
gonna
go
be a
ahead and
rough
mark
one.
down that plot point. This is gonna suck. For
Okay.
Adrian, anyway. I'm having fun.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're sent flying. Um, the okay. We're gonna switch back to 10 minutes from before this. When Sidney, you
Mm-hmm.
have been you went off with the priest, and he was talking to you
Yeah.
about do you have any questions?
For the priest?
Yeah, well, he said, I mean, I realize that this is most of the time the the carer of the sword brings it to you, but something strange is going on,
Hmm.
and he can explain some of it. Um,
Okay. So what strangeness can the good father here explain?
well, what do you know of it, the sword?
Of the sword, mostly nothing.
Well, he
It's
um
made from a nail. That's holy in nature, of course. It
yes,
has the
one
power
of
of it, but that's really about it.
um well, it yes, in a
They're one
way.
ear and out the other.
That's Sidney when you try to teach him something.
uh it's a defender. You know what? Yeah, let's see how the good father picks up on that. Okay. Good father picks up on that. Um
that he's a couple crackers short of a full box.
that that higher intellect is not one of your strong suits. Um it's a defender
Oh,
of the innocent.
Right, yeah,
S- As such, you can only wield it when defending the innocent.
that makes sense.
Uh, if you wield it in a capricious manner, say someone owes you a gambling
Precious.
debt.
Uh-huh.
Okay, say someone owes you a gambling debt,
I'm not working.
Mm-hmm.
and you draw the sword to get him to pay you.
Oh
The
yeah,
sword will
yeah. No,
be
threats
it.
are not the way of the sword. Right.
Well, it'll be unmade. So
That doesn't sound good.
no, it's not. Um, it and you won't be able to tap into its power.
All right. That's a good thing I don't draw it for just any reason.
That is the yes, it's the other part. Um, Also, it apparently you will the will of God will be shown through it, in that it will bring you where you need to go
Okay.
when you need to go there.
So can I ask the sword where to go, or does it just make me go that way?
It it generally just happens. Something will happen at the right moment, and then your phone rings.
Oh, I don't
It's
know if this
Hugo's
is
emergency.
important, but oh
It's
yeah, give me a
Hugo's
second,
emergency
Father,
phone.
and I'll
Yeah.
go and answer. Like,
Yep.
hello.
Hey, it's
Hey,
hey, you need to get the remedies.
yeah. Who is this? Rowan?
Yes, Rowan. Okay. Get to remedies, go through the
Uh-huh.
front door, grab the guy, grab the fancy dressed guy, throw him into the street, and beat him like he's gonna kill your godson. Because he's gonna kill your godson.
Wait, what? Is he there right now? Who
Yes,
is this
go.
guy? What? All right, Father. I guess I'll be back. Maybe I don't know. Uh,
You're still standing there. Get in your car now.
I'm walking to my car. All right.
Run, you idiot! Run.
I'll run and get into the
I
car.
love Rowan.
Um,
Like, so what does
uh,
this guy look like other than sharply dressed? I mean, can I have a little
That's
bit more of a
all-
description?
that's all you need to know. He's the one sharply dressed, throwing around magic, about to. Then there's a little bit of a fuzz, and you think you hear the word, the start of the word "ri." You hear "ri," and then later on you hear "out," and
Who's
then
out?
you hear "Godson."
Yeah, I heard the whole guts. Hello. I think the call dropped. Okay.
No, call didn't drop, but you do hear what sounds like a Nokia bouncing off of pavement and a bunch of growling noises.
Well, he doesn't have to growl at me now. Okay. All right. I mean, I'm already driving there, but
Yeah. Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a
I
drive.
really hope Hugo's not wearing a suit when I walk in, because he's going to be the one right on the inside, sharply dressed, and I'm going to be confused.
I'd like to remind you that Rhoda and Jilly took Sidney's car. So if he's driving, he
When did-
probably
You
has
took
had
my
to borrow a
car?
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. They did. Okay.
Well, then I
yes.
don't have a car. All right.
You run.
if I
You
have
run
to-
outside. Well, okay. Hang on.
I mean, if I have to
I-
get there quick, I'm going to go over to the airport and see if I can get a helicopter then.
Well, when you walk out of the the spot,
Uh huh.
Riapol's standing there.
Hey,
Does Sidney drive a motor? Can Sidney drive a motorcycle?
sure.
Okay. He tosses you keys,
Uh huh.
and it's got a full tank of gas. It'll get you there quick. Just ignore all the traffic
right.
laws
Okay.
and use sidewalks. And then he turns to start walking away, and you see a dirt bike standing there.
I'm going to get on the dirt bike and shout towards him and be like, we don't need to have that same conversation anymore. I figured stuff out, but wouldn't mind hanging out anyways.
You haven't figured out everything yet, but go.
Oh, I
save the
never
baby.
do. And I'm going to, I guess, make a drive check on a
Yes, make
motorcycle.
drive check. Yep.
He's probably ridden on a motorcycle maybe once or twice before with his years on the force and the academy and everything, but not very much. So this is gonna look horrible. Was it drive and
Physical? Hopefully.
hopefully?
Please.
Yes.
I'm just gonna rely completely on coordination for this one.
Yep. Physical, and you can add in Sword of the Cross. Just
Okay. All right. The sword is gonna drive the motorcycle forward.
Sword's not driving the motorcycle, but you're going to defend an innocent.
That makes sense. All right. All right. There we go. So physical, sword of the cross, and drive. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me set the difficulty for you. Considering what you're trying to do.
All right.
Oh,
Can you use polka dice before or after, or how does that work? Again?
Use it after.
Okay. So I'm gonna see how this goes, and I got some polka dice in the wing, so we'll see what's going on here. Of course, the D12 rolls a 1.
that's okay.
But I got a 12, so
Yep.
you know. So my physical traits don't help me at all. It's purely sword and what little I remember.
Okay.
Sydney is a mess. All right.
Adrianne went from fine to a D12 injured.
Yeah.
Adrian's a mess.
Yeah. No, that's fair. All right.
Rhoda took a pretty hard.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I telling people to get out of my way, taking whatever is the quickest route I can think of.
Yep.
At this point, if I get a tail from a cop or something, I'm just going to take them to Hugo's.
Okay.
Like,
Um.
that's not going to
You.
happen at this point.
Yeah, you did earn another plot point. But yeah, you're the nature of your having to talk to the police is getting more and more difficult.
Well, he's so good at talking, so
He just does it instinctively.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So when you get to, you can get to Hugo's.
All right.
Use of with the clever use of sidewalks and that one
Creatively
logging-
rolling stops.
and
Creative rolling
that
stops.
one
Creative rolling stuff.
and that one logging truck. You get there.
Yep.
What do you do when you get to the front of Hugo's?
I'm gonna stop the bike and probably still in the same bit of momentum from just getting off the bike and just go right towards the door and head in and see who's sharply dressed.
Okay. All right.
Worst description ever. All right.
Not when you know everybody else that's inside.
right. It's not sharply dressed. Yeah.
Okay. As the only one who wasn't tossed around the room,
Yeah.
Hugo, what are you doing?
I am gonna step towards the Shiloh, grabbing the stainless steel receipt spike I have at the counter, and stepping towards him to say, "You've had your say. Leave." With all
Okay.
the force and conviction I can put in behind that.
All right. Go ahead. I forgot. You do get an extra D6. Go ahead and basically he's using his force of will against you.
So what do you? Is that focus, influence, or is that magic that you're using force of will for?
That would be focus.
Okay. Do I continue to get to use my shop to help with this?
Yes, you can. That sucks.
I think it's great.
All
Yeah.
right.
Woo woo!
Here's my roll. Oh, I saw a 10 in there for half a second. I saw a 10 in there for half a second.
So right now I'm at 17.
15.
15, unless you're spending something.
I added the extra 2 in.
Unless you're.
Okay,
yeah.
so you're spending something. Good to know. Yeah, I'm not depleted yet. What's my rolls? A 6, a 5. Actually, it's not worth it. I can't spend enough to do it. I will let that stand.
Okay.
Anybody else may take advantage of the ones that Tom rolled if they have the points to do so.
Okay.
Fortunately, Adrian does not have a healing factor.
Yeah. You feel this.
I might use it to get rid of my D6 injured, just because it's
Mhm.
probably been a while or long enough since I was
It's
injured.
been about a couple hours, but you are
Oh,
half
really?
full. You are half, Faye, so
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
for you.
Troll, holy
Okay.
sword man, whatever. No, I don't
All
know.
right.
Is my injured from the blast?
Yes, it was. It's up to you. If you wanted to use a plot point for it, you could shake off some of the damage.
Who are you talking to me?
Yes.
I'll take
Ted.
one of the ones.
Okay. All right. So So you're down to 6. All right. Okay. You go to grab it, and then you just feel this intense focus on you. That you feel yourself being crushed by his very presence. And he starts to walk past you and says at this moment, nothing like starting the culling early.
Adrianne would like to struggle to her feet and plant herself in front of Jilly.
Yep.
She's like probably bruised and battered already, bleeding from the wound on the head.
Yep.
Hair, that bright hair of hers, just smeared everywhere, and she's gonna stare this down.
Rota,
I got force of will too, mother.
when you dodged, you did end up shielding Jillian from the blast.
Good.
So are you doing this? You getting up to block him also?
Heck yeah. She's gonna be
Okay.
pissed.
Yep.
It's the first time I think Rhoda will come unhinged.
Okay. So all right. So you see he's about to say something. And you can just see the contempt on his face. And maybe he does say something. It's just that Tom doesn't want to get in trouble for by repeating it over the stream. He also doesn't want to say that to the two of you. Thankfully, Sidney races in, and you see Hugo twitching like somebody who's been tased, but he's standing upright. You see
Kudos for him, I guess.
Yeah, you see Adrianne and Rota looking like they've, been in an explosion.
Reruns.
Blocking this sharply dressed man from walking towards the three ladies.
All right. Well, I saw a sharply dressed man, so
wait,
I'm gonna.
Are you saying this is a point where all the women don't love a sharp dressed man?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Not this.
I was thinking of the
particular
beards, and I
Yeah.
was thinking of the music video.
But yeah, I'm gonna just kind of reach my arm around his throat, try to choke him out as I drag him out of the room.
Okay, go ahead, and that would be fight physical, and
I'd just run him through.
I'm definitely defending innocence, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah, that would be fight physical, and the distinction. Let me give you. Let me roll his physical abilities here.
While Tom's calculating that, all of the players have received a gold gift, which is a plot point if they have not seen that.
Nice.
So has Revan given me the 32 gold gifts yet?
No, he is not.
No. In fact, he instant
will not.
messaged me that there's no way in hell he'd ever give it to you.
I'm just saying, Rev, I have at least
In
three
fact,
people.
he said he unfriends you.
I have three people I know in Seattle area that are willing to do me favors. One of them is on this stream. Maybe not currently, but in the area.
Okay, well, that's his physical. That's his roll against your physical attack. I'm assuming your dice are a little bit bigger than his.
I am going to do the whole letting the will of the sword flow through me, so I'm going to step it up to a d12.
Okay.
On that, and just roll 3 d12s. Because that's fighting physical then with it as well.
Yep.
So. And I got a 1.
But you got
Total of a 15.
but you got a 15.
Still farming those plot points. Here I go. All right.
And you get a polka die.
Nice.
Okay.
A D8. Because you beat him by 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. You can
Nice.
keep. You can take it as a plot point, or you
Mhm.
can step up your damage.
I'm gonna step up 9 damage always.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So as you're standing there, Hugo, you see this too. Sidney walks in, grabs him, and throws him out the door.
Walking with him out the door, but yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he when you get outside, he's not happy and is swearing quite loudly.
Mhm.
Can Adrian, like, follow every step of the way? Because he's not leaving here alive.
Yes.
I'm on
Yep.
the same team.
Yep.
I'm on
Okay.
team murder.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm as much as I would be in a zone to do that, I am going back to check on Jillian and make sure that she is safe and protected.
Okay. You
While we deal with the immediate threat.
you lose you lose your complication empty bag.
Okay.
Because that's why Jillian was coming around the front. She had one of your satchels in her hand and had stocked it for you. And that's why her timing was bad, but that's why she had stopped hiding in the back. She was trying to get you your stuff. So you can go up and take that from her. She's in shock, but okay.
I'll guide her into one of the
She
chairs
still has the
that Adrian has set up for telling, because they're generally pretty, comfortable for people to sit down.
Yeah, they are, except that they're busted.
Okay, I'm gonna guide her to the back. It's like, all right, let's get you tucked away, and then I'm going out there to make sure everybody comes back alive.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, she's got a pretty strong grip on you, but she's letting you take you where she needs to go. Okay. You're both following. Tell you what, both of you. What's Adrian's physical?
D8.
D8. Rota's is the same. Okay. I'm just gonna say Rota's a little bit faster right now because she doesn't have a D12 injured. So
Yeah.
Rota will make it out the door first. You behind her. Let's see. Okay, I know what it did. Let's see. You beat him. If you want to still hang on to him, you're gonna have to roll fight again, Sidney, because he is attempting to
Right.
use his magical force against you to.
Gotcha. Now I was told to just rip him out of there and then beat his ass, right? That was pretty much
Yes, that was.
Yeah.
I think
what
the exact
Rowan's words were.
the exact words were, beat him like you'd beat somebody who was trying to kill your godson,
Right.
because he is.
Right.
Yes, he is.
Then yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to pull him up and then just essentially try to slam him into the pavement when I got outside. That was the general plan.
Okay. As soon as he broke through the wards, he did get some of his magic back
Okay.
because he was seriously
All right.
Diminished.
diminished when he was in the room.
Right.
So he's gonna try to lash out at you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll to continue to hang on to him so that you can do your pile driver maneuver.
So, yeah. I got what 13
Both got
to
13.
yeah. I'm gonna spend a plot point then and use one of these
Okay.
polka
In that
dice I
5,
have.
you can just add in the 5. Make
I
it
could.
18.
I could just make why not?
And not spend a polka die.
All right.
Save the
all
polka
right.
die
All right.
for when you need it.
Okay.
That is the smart move. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
hang on to him. Yeah, you hang on to him.
Mhm.
Rhoda, you
Yeah.
come through the door as you see another wave of magic flash out from this guy, but for some reason around Sidney, it just kind of dissipated into the ground, kind of like it did when he hit Hugo with it.
Okay.
Sidney, go ahead and give me your roll.
Yeah.
Let me set the difficulty for you.
13.
13, yes, and a 1.
All right. A 13, and I will use a plot point that I guess I got from that 1 to add in the 4.
Okay.
Or no. The plot point would be to get rid of a problem. Never mind. Or the
Yep.
1. But I'll spend one of my plot points anyways.
Okay.
I'm getting the who's rolling ones confused now.
Yep. Okay, so I had 13. So, okay, so that doesn't bump you. Okay, so that doesn't bump you into that, but you do do that. Okay.
You get another plot point, Sidney.
Oh,
Rhoda, what are you doing?
thank you very
Yes.
much.
So did he throw that blast at Sidney
Yeah, Sidney had him basically in a
or all of
chokehold.
us?
No, Sidney had him in a chokehold, and he basically was
Yeah.
throwing it at his arms.
Oh, okay. Rhoda will get some. Will she have enough time to throw a distraction spell or a circle around him?
Debatable about the circle because he is kicking around to keep it,
Mm-hmm.
and it would take you a bit to draw it. You've also fought enough around Sidney that you're not sure he'd notice fast enough what you were doing to not make a thing.
Okay.
The other option you've got is you could just,
Punch.
yeah, you could just
She
punch or
is
stab
going.
him.
That's what she's gonna go for. With sorry, there's this bug that keeps trying to land on my face.
That's not fun.
Anyway, it's rude. She is going to leap with her knife out, trying to get at the back of his neck.
Okay. All right. You
I'm gonna
can't get to the
step
back
up.
of his. You can't get to the back of his neck without going through Sidney's neck. And
Okay. Well, she
that
doesn't
would-
want to do that.
I don't use it
that's-
that much. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
So Sidney has him in a headlock, is what you said?
yes, and it basically slammed him into the ground.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
then
I mean-
she's gonna kind of do a leap slide on the ground to try and get him in the gut.
Okay. All right. You do that. Go ahead and make your fight roll. I just rolled your difficulty.
I'm going to step up my Valkyrie to a D12. And then my fight and my physical.
Adrian, guess what
Mhm.
voice you hear in your head when you break the doorway and break the ward line? Mistress, let us have him. Let us come and take him.
I can't see it because my internet's.
Not gonna lie, that was
really?
my first thought. It was like a tendril thought to the spiders. Do you want him?
All right.
No.
Take
Okay.
him. Take him. Just let me let go of him first.
Oh. Oh no,
it
Scarlet.
gold?
Or Rhoda.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
A gold gift is what?
A plot
Gold
point.
is a plot point.
Oof.
Do you have any polka dot?
Oh,
you
I
wanna
have
use?
nothing, Tom. I have
Okay.
nothing. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for asking. Tonight's
All right.
not been frustrating enough with the internet that you have to rub it in my face. And I have nothing else to do. So Rhoda just slides on by like a dance move.
Okay. Actually, what happens is you have to abort your slide because a portal opens up like in its way. A portal to the never never.
Great. Oh.
And Sidney,
Mm-hmm.
you see those. Okay, so it's never been established that none of you, the spiders have shown up a couple times,
Mm-hmm.
but none of you
Adrian
know
did
that they
let
help.
him know.
Yeah. Adrian did
Okay.
mention
Adrian
it
let
to
him
Sidney.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
It was
the
what,
troll was
Sidney
getting
and
there.
Rowen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Sidney
and
Rowan.
the troll, I think, might know now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Yep.
Because he
Okay,
was
so
suspecting because he smelled her connection to the Winter Court.
okay,
Right.
that's right. Okay, so those spiders are back,
Oh.
and they're doing that same maneuver they did at your place.
I hope they recognize me as not a threat. I don't
Do
know.
What do you do? Do you?
I'm gonna try to keep this guy in place because the spiders are coming towards us, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna assume the spiders are here for him,
Yes.
and I'm just gonna try to keep him here till the spiders get to him, and then probably try to get away.
Okay, give me an influence roll.
That was strong suit. All right. Where influence D6, influence and social.
Yes, social.
Awesome. Another strong point for him.
Set the
Would
difficulty.
would changeling help since these are kind
Yes, it
of
would.
like things? Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. And the changeling bit is yes. Okay. Let's go. Yes. 8. Do I want to let this one ride and see what happens? I don't know.
Okay, I am going to. This has a very slim chance of working, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm going to use my watch your step on the Tied to the Universe, and I'm just gonna spend a plot point to give you an extra d6 on that failed roll. If you get a 6, you'll match his 14.
Okay.
I don't use
take
this
it.
very often.
All right. Here goes nothing.
No, wait, I take that back. I'm spending 2 plot points to make that a d8.
Okay. All right.
I forgot I can stage it up.
4. I'm gonna spend a plot point and use one of those poker dice I have.
Okay.
Okay,
Go
good,
ahead.
because you're at 12 now.
Right. And Yeah, this feels important enough to use the big polka die I got. All right, I'm gonna use the biggest polka die I got. 1.
Jesus. I
So,
hate this game.
can I spend
I
yet
hate it.
another plot point to roll yet another die?
Yeah, sure. You can use another one, sure.
But I mean,
is a-
at this rate, to match it, I could just spend a plot point and add the 1 I initially rolled.
That would do it. Yeah, actually, that's fine too. Yeah.
But I kind of want to get a little bit better, so I'm gonna err on the side of
That's
using the D6 I have. 5.
To
There we
flavor
go.
Adrian's watch your step, it's more of a don't fight them,
Oh, I wasn't playing.
Okay.
or like a don't
Right.
move something, so that he doesn't get in the way
Yeah.
of the spider.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, he is
okay.
waiting till literally the last second
Yeah.
because he doesn't
no,
want this guy to get.
But you have announced your intent that you're Adrian. You get back. I mean, first they're out there and they're starting to wrap him up, almost instantly, and you're starting to pull him back. But there's a confusion. There's a genuine confusion, and you have give me a notice roll, and you can add in your Queen of Spiders.
I'd like to, at some
let me
point,
s-
if this fight's still going on, be able to step out and join in.
Oh, you'll be able to step out when you actually step out there. You'll
Here it
see
is.
that they're dragging them in.
that Rota's dead.
Okay, is it mental or
Rota's not
social?
dead.
notice?
Sydney's dead.
Jesus God in
Social.
heaven.
We're all dead. It's
Thank God for that.
I'm
And
gonna
is it
need
just
you
the
to stop
social and
smiling,
notice?
Tom. It's really starting to piss me off.
What is?
Is it just social and notice, or any of my?
You can add your Queen of the Spiders in. None of the other distinctions would apply.
Well, I technically don't have a distinction for Queen of the Spiders.
I know that's why your complication
So-
of Queen of the Spiders, the D10.
Okay, so I throw in an extra a D10. Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
At a 15 against a 16.
But there's
Is it-
still one because nothing goes our way tonight.
I'm gonna spend a plot point to add in the 1.
Okay.
I don't feel like spending a D10 plot point, a D10 polka die on that, and that's the only one I got. No offense, Sidney.
Our queen.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. You hear our queen is powerful. She has taken us one that stinks of spring as her consort. And he hunts for us.
Yeah, just don't eat me.
And there's like, well, only she hears that. And,
Right.
And it's like,
Adrianne is doing her very best not to laugh because she's pretty sure she's got a broken rib or two.
yeah. Yeah, and at this point,
Uh.
you walk out and you see the spiders come in. And then everybody give me a double physical roll.
Everybody double
I
physical.
refuse.
I
mean, I think refuse, that's an auto fail, so
I didn't ask your opinion.
I'm just saying.
Alright, I got a 12.
Okay, go ahead,
Yay.
Sidney.
Hey.
All right, let me doing this here. Hold on. I'm doing that right.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you are
Plot
welcome.
point.
Don't kill me.
We're spending a lot of them tonight.
Double physical, you say?
Double physical,
Mhm.
yes.
All right. Another one.
Buttons. Jiminy Christmas.
I take a week off and I just save them all up
Yep.
and bring them for everybody to enjoy. All right. A 9. Is a 9 good on this one?
Oh, it's better
I
than
I
an
thought that
Eight.
was
eight.
about to
5.
turn over to a 1.
Okay.
Better than my 5. Or
Yep. Okay. All right. So nope, this is more everyone feels this bitter cold blast of air
Oh, great.
come out of the portal before it closes and just whip around everyone. Sidney, it's bad enough it actually gives you frostbite.
and it, since Adrianne has felt cold.
Adrianne feels the cold go through her, and she feels that rib snap back into place.
Oh.
Ow.
It hurts.
Oh,
But you're
Oh.
only at D8. You're only at D8 injured now.
Yeah, she just like immediately, like she's just on the steps and she just immediately like sits
Yeah.
as the wave of pain just
Yep.
flashing lights for a moment in her eyes.
But you feel much
And
better
sit.
now afterwards.
Okay.
Rota
Okay.
shouldn't be phased by the cold.
No. I mean, you felt it. You definitely felt it. It wasn't
Yeah.
anything. Well, actually, Rota recognized it for what it was. This was not natural.
Right.
This was not natural, cold that sometimes you get in early November. No, this was winter,
She who we
winter
won't name.
yes, blowing out that opening. And at this point, it's 10 o'clock. Probably time to take a 10-minute break, and we can come back and the four of them can talk about what just happened.
All right.
See everybody in 10.
Happy Monday. God bless you. Because the tight and all those type of
Yeah.
all those salutations. We're gonna pause for a second of silence so that it's easy to spot this when we're editing, so that we can make a clip out of it. Okay, that's good. That'll be enough. Yep, I know. Trust me. Bort, we're good enough friends that you don't even have to put your hand up. I knew that's what you were doing, even without your hand. But
That sounds dirty.
yeah, okay. I'm gonna just keep going because
Just keep
it
rolling.
might be right. Yep. So Shiloh has been defeated and was taken away by the spiders. The four of you are seated out on are out in front of Hugo's shop. What do you do?
Well, if he's
Rota's gonna be
gone,
laying flat.
I'll say if he's gone, I
She's gonna
will see who's injured, and like start see if they need any urgent help, or if I can just get them back inside. We figure something out in there.
Nobody's
Something
in.
for my head to stop the bleeding, please.
Yeah.
And Advil.
All right. So what just happened? Anybody got an answer?
I'm gonna hand wave. You guys make your way back inside.
Gotcha.
Help Rhoda up off the ground.
Yep.
She's gonna ask if anybody has anything to drink.
I walk her back to the bar. Well, cabinet, liquor cabinet, really.
Mhm.
Oh, I was like, she's in no condition to walk to the board or the live wherever it is.
Please. That's for the public.
Adrian
Right.
goes. Adrian heads directly to the mess that used to be her table
Mm-hmm.
and fish out her cards. And then to the front counter after making sure the door is locked and the door still closes, right? Nothing.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Well, it was Um, give me a notice roll as you walk back to your.
Oh God. Mental, social.
Mental.
Oh God, that's even worse. All right. Any of
let
my
me set th-
distinctions apply?
Yeah, you're tied to the universe.
Okay.
Give me 1 second to set the difficulty.
Yep.
Although actually that's not. You can add a D12 to it.
Okay.
And I gotta put more dice down because that was not
Yeah,
enough.
I figured
dice.
I wasn't that lucky.
Well, I got a much better roll, but I also got a 1.
Oh, you were almost at 10, you sorry
Oh.
sucker.
I saw that.
Okay. I get.
I'm gonna spend one of my plot points to add in one of those 6s to make it 20.
Okay. So you've got me beat by 5. Oh.
Yep. So I'll take
Yeah.
that D8 polka die.
You remember that Emperor card from last time?
Yeah, I do.
That you as you start to walk over, you see that that's the only tarot card that is flipped up properly. And as Sidney closes the door and makes sure that it would lock, it'll still lock.
Mhm.
The
I'm gonna
slight
try to
wind-
bring the bike inside and everything as well.
Yeah. So as he's doing that, the slight wind he does causes it to rotate as Hugo walks past.
Yeah.
So it's pointing to Hugo the entire time.
Yep.
Um,
That's why we're gonna do a whole spread.
yeah. But but that is that's what's happened. Hugo, you go back. What bottle do you grab out of the bar where you go? Or do you just let her grab it?
I show her where it's at and let her make her choice.
Okay. Rhoda, go ahead and just go ahead and roll 2d6.
Please. Don't be 2 1s. Ooh.
Wow. Okay. Okay. You grab a bottle. I assume you fill a glass with it.
No. She's just
Okay.
gonna drink right out of the bottle.
Okay.
She is
Go ahead.
she
Tell me about
is
your-
going to take a big drink, a sigh, and look at Jilly and ask her, how's the bracelet?
you changed directions when you jumped.
Yeah.
You were gonna jump. I pushed it to my belly, and instead of jumping one way, you jumped in front of me.
Right.
I don't know what to say. At this point, um, at this point, uh, Rhoda notices that the liquor you drank. I don't know if Christine has ever experienced it, but there is a trick that teenagers do in terms of they refill the bottle up with water and maybe some food
Oh.
coloring.
Okay.
Right.
I was too afraid of my mom. No, I never did that.
No, I never did either. I had it happen to me once.
Mhm.
From a, you know what? Don't need to go into why. But I had it happen to me once, and that's clearly what happened here. This is supposed to be a nice bottle of what was it, Hugo?
It was supposed to be a nice bottle of bourbon.
Yep, it's a nice bottle of bourbon, but it's not
It's
a
a
nice
nice
bottle of
bottle.
bourbon. It's a nice bottle. It tastes like it's got maybe a little alcohol in it, but mostly it's tea for coloring.
Rhoda's gonna go, Hugo, are you sober for some reason? Do you not drink? Because this isn't alcohol. Does anybody have
What
real
the hell
alcohol?
do you mean? Point to the next bottle.
When you grab
Taste it.
yeah, next bottle's fine.
Okay.
It'd be
Um,
hilarious if they were all tea.
Scarlett wanted one last lasting memory.
Say if it's all tea, then I'm getting Adrianne and Matthew into some programs here.
Dude, I said if both of us roll the same, it's that bottle, and we both rolled 7. I don't know what to say, Rhoda.
Well, it's kind of my job to make sure that your little one is safe. It's just part of what or who I am, maybe what I am.
Hugo, why are they doing this? What is this? I heard him screaming about a culling.
This is all news to me. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to check with anybody in the community.
Well, I know that was winter, Faye.
Yes, it was. But they are on our side.
That Shiloh
I do not
should
believe
have been harder to get rid of. So we definitely have something on our side.
Does the name Map mean anything to Adrianne?
No.
Did she say it out loud?
No, that's why I'm asking if it means anything.
Yep.
That's why I'm
Okay.
speaking in the third person. Adrianne doesn't
Yeah.
speak in the third person.
Yeah, it does. No, it doesn't mean anything to. Doesn't mean anything to Adrianne. Doesn't mean
Okay.
it does mean something to the other two. To
Right.
I know that.
to Hugo and Rhoda, but it
Yeah.
doesn't. Sidney doesn't. No, doesn't mean anything to Sidney either. Or if it did,
Not much means much to Sidney. So.
That's fair.
I believe there is a quite powerful Fae backing us.
Rhoda's insane. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So the spiders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I am connected to them,
Okay.
and thus, I suppose now the Winter Court in some fashion.
Hugo's
I
face
don't know
starts to
that
that's a
drop.
good thing.
Hugo's face drops just a little.
Enough enough so that what was Vuzal noticed at the very least. Anyway, does the name Mab mean anything to the two of you?
I take
Rhoda's
the
gonna look
actual
at Hugo.
alcohol. I take the actual alcohol from Rhoda. Pour, slam, pour, hand back.
Okay.
Rhoda's gonna say, "Listen, I did not come to Albany to deal with Mab.
Okay.
Well,
Nobody
I
else
gotta
say
make a
nobody.
phone
did
call.
not want him to.
Nobody else
leave.
says her name. Hugo speaks up, slurred slightly. Nobody else says her name. No one.
That's whose name?
Exactly.
That's right.
Oh.
Let's just say,
Okay.
you know how cold it gets here in Albany, and the blizzards and the worst storm you've ever experienced? That doesn't even compare to what she is.
Well,
the name you're
anyway,
referring
regardless of what or who she is, she does not want this culling happening, as far as I can tell.
Probably because she wants to be in charge of when there is one, not because she's pro us.
Does it matter why?
to. Okay. All right. First of
So
all,
long as she is helping us now.
pause for a second. Adrian, you know about the Accords, right?
I'm aware of them, yes.
She wrote them. Those are her Accords. They're called the Unseelie Accords for a very specific reason. So,
Out of character question: would Harry be the White Knight right now?
No.
Not yet.
This is quite a bit before that. Yes.
let's say if it's it's not post changes yet. So yeah.
Mhm.
So just
What's the name of the guy that is?
Slade. Slate.
Slade. Yeah.
Lloyd Slate. Anyways, here I just feel it's like her wanting to protect this is. I don't even know what
I
that
think she
is.
wanted to protect us. I said she was backing us. As in, she wanted the Faye that was here gone.
Mm. That's the cold chill we felt.
Sidney?
Yeah.
Phone is ringing. Yeah, your phone is ringing.
Oh, what is it now? Who's calling me this time?
It's Hugo's emergency phone.
Hey, he'll look up at Hugo, look down at his phone.
I gave it to Rowen, so he didn't have access to certain other numbers.
Yeah. Hey,
Excuse me, who is this?
I'm sorry.
It's
What?
not Rowan that's talking to you.
Who is this?
This is Officer Gray. Sir?
Officer Gray. Is that a
I
name
need you
that
to-
rings a bell?
Go ahead and give me a knowledge roll. I know that's got to be one of your top skills.
Oh yeah. Oh, so big. Okay,
Let's see. I will
let's
give
see.
you.
D6 and a D4.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna toss in law enforcement just cause
That's fair. Yes.
I need something.
Hey!
Hey, got a 1 on the D4. Awesome. But 13 at least total.
I
guess you beat him by 6.
Yeah.
You got a D8 polka die.
Wow, again, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, you do know Officer Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Officer Gray, First
uh,
Name Goodman.
uh-huh.
No, not that.
Thank
Mm.
God.
Nope. He's
Does he know of those things he's hostile to?
it's a good question.
Alright.
You know he's called it poppycock and other stuff in the past,
Mhm.
but he's never been in a spot where he could give you real trouble.
Gotcha.
Um,
Hey, Officer Gray, I remember you.
Sir, I need you to identify yourself right now.
This is Officer Drake. Sidney Drake?
Yeah, you get that same cold feeling that just coming through the phone.
All right.
Sir, is there a
Mhm.
baby near you? Officer, is there a baby near you?
Why are you asking me these weird questions?
Hang on. You have your phone. You
Adrian's
have your
just-
normal phone with you. You have
Adrian's
your
gonna
normal phone with you.
hand me the phone.
Yeah. Oh,
Are you calling for someone specific?
I'm calling because the owner of this phone was found beaten and is in the hospital
Gotcha.
and is raving about a baby in danger.
Okay. One moment, and I'm going to hand the phone off to Adrian and be like, here you go.
Hey, my name is Adrianne. Sidney is probably a bit concussed at the moment and not thinking straight. I can answer any.
Well, what's your address?
What do you need?
What is your
We are-
address?
We are at
Remedies.
Remedies.
Of
You
course
really
you
want
are.
this guy coming to Remedies?
All right, I'm
Everybody
sending
comes to Remedies.
Is there a baby there?
There is a heavily pregnant woman here, so technically yes.
Send and you hear off to the send a squad car over to Remedies. Have them do a safety check. The man who had this phone was severely beaten, and
By whom?
we don't know. Multiple assailants.
Jeez.
And he was raving about protecting the baby.
What room is he in? I am the closest thing to next of kin he has.
You're at Remedies now. The officers
Yes.
will give you that information when they get there.
Thank you.
Do we hear this call?
Rota can give me a notice roll to see how well if she can overhear it. But it's going to be a pretty tough thing.
Well, she's not trying to overhear it.
If she's not trying, then no,
If
you
she
wouldn't be able
was-
to hear it.
What Rhoda would be doing is trying to open up her third eye to connect with the baby, to check on the baby.
Okay. Looking at Jillian, you don't see any. Well, actually, you know what? Go ahead. Yeah, you don't see any danger to it. The baby seems fine now. Their auras appear to be strong.
But she's trying to communicate with the baby.
That really, you can't quite get that far.
Okay.
Adrianne will hang up the phone after that, hand it back to Sidney, and head out the back door to her van. Because I can get the nurses to tell me a lot faster than I'll pry it out of police. They're on their way to do a welfare check on
I guess we should get cleaned up.
Uh-huh.
her.
All right.
That was me out of character for some reason, blanking on Jilly's name.
Alright. And as Adrian walks out and everything, Sidney will look over to Rota and be like, I'm concussed. What?
I think you always are, buddy. It's okay.
Uh,
And she pats you on the back as she gets you
I'm
to
gonna
walk
reach
with
for
her.
one of the bottles.
Yeah, as
Gonna
we
Yeah,
walk to the
no,
back to get
I-
cleaned up.
I take the bottle away from you. He's like, dude, if you're concussed, you're not drinking right now. I hand you a
I'm-
bottle of water
I figured Hugo
instead.
would have slid me the one with tea to see if I even would notice the difference.
No, he's not taking the risk. He's giving you a bottle of water.
Perhaps we should talk to the
Adrian was
police
straight up lying.
before. And
I just know that Tom mentioned that Rhoda looked like she'd been in a bomb blast, so I'm assuming she's got. I picture her having blood come out of her mouth, and she's all dirty, and her clothes are all burned. So
Yep.
she's gonna try and fix that. Quickly.
Shower's back there. Cabinet to the left has women's clothing. Cabinet on the right has men's. Take your pick.
And she'll just look at Jilly. I don't know why he has that. And she'll go back and get.
We've
that.
actually had to use it a lot over the years.
yeah, the
Uh-huh.
I keep it stocked now after the last.
Okay.
After the slime demon incident, we keep it stocked.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Okay,
Hugo, where can I shove this bike that I got from Rio for the moment?
Jesus Christ.
This is just here in the lobby at the moment.
parking around back.
All right, he'll move it through the store
No,
and go out the back
come on, Sidney. Oh, I just polished the floors a week ago.
door. Sorry, it's just a dirt bike. It'll be fine.
it's not like you drove through garbage to get
Oh yeah, no, not at all. I mean, to be fair, I have no idea what I drove through,
right.
but I didn't pay attention.
Anyways,
Right. Okay, and Jillian gets the three of you organized to get the place a little cleaned up
Mhm.
yep.
before the cops get here. We'll probably deal with the cops next time.
Mhm.
Okay. Rhoda is going to. She's not showering. She's kind of spot cleaning herself.
Yeah,
Sidney, I'm sorry about taking your car, but it was kind of an urgent issue with Jilly. I'm sorry.
Well, thanks for apologizing, but can I have my keys?
Sure, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know why you're so touchy about it.
I spent a lot of time fixing that thing up. That's all. But thank you for taking care of it, I guess. And I mean, at least Jilly seems good right now, right?
She is.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
fine. Thank you. And Sydney, you get a hug.
Oh, and
Thank
again,
you
Sidney has
for-
no idea how to respond,
Right.
and he'll like
Ah.
kind of hug back and be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, there."
Thank you
And
for
Rhoda,
tossing him outside.
Yeah, who was that guy?
His name was Shiloh, or at least that's the name he
Shiloh.
asked to be called. He mentioned
Okay.
something about a culling. I have no idea what he's talking about, but now I'm very concerned for the community.
A culling. Okay.
I know what it is, but I want to make sure I'm right. So I'll do some research while you're talking to the police, and I'll call and get some info.
Okay. We're gonna swap to Adrianne when she gets to the
Mhm.
hospital.
Yeah, which Sidney probably noticed the van was gone when he took the dirt bike out.
Right. Yeah.
So he's like, all right,
Exactly.
she's gone.
She just handed you
Uh,
back the phone and left.
Right, exactly.
You get there. You go up into the emergency room, I assume.
Yeah, I would assume.
Okay. Okay. The person for this. Oh,
I'm
are
looking for
you?
someone.
Yeah. Oh, you're Jimmy's mom.
No. The I'm not sure if he was coherent when he was brought in, so I'm not sure if he's under his name or a John Doe. He was beaten. The police
Oh.
brought him in, I think.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Yes. Let me. Yeah. Let me. Somebody be out to get you in a second.
Thank you.
Um.
She's going to pace.
Yep.
Got that kink in her shoulder that's still there.
Right. You feel a presence come into the room. Um. It's a big presence. Um. Not, and it doesn't, but it's nothing. It feels big and powerful. Actually, it feels kind of like Matthew does without all the other friendship and other feelings towards you. Um. But yeah, it feels safe.
Okay.
Um.
So she's even more
And
on guard.
you feel it. You feel it come in. And a familiar voice says, "You all right?"
Okay, I see who it is. I am fine for the moment. Thank you. It has been a while.
Yeah, I'm here for a friend got hurt. But I saw you, and you had that same walk you did that night. My dad said to check on you. You okay?
I'm fine. A friend of mine is also injured, and that is why I'm here.
That seems to be going around in our community, I guess.
Have
If
you
I'm
heard
reading this
anything
right.
about it?
I just got in town. Um, but Mike was trying to stop something, I guess. Uh, haven't gotten in there to see him yet. I wanted to check on you first, or at least my
I'm
dad said
alright.
I should check on you. All right. Um.
Who is she talking to? Do we know?
It's a.
I just didn't know if my internet made me miss it.
No, your internet didn't make
No,
it.
you
He
didn't.
didn't.
Oh, okay.
He didn't. She guessed. Ava guessed correctly. Um. Um.
Do we know
Here
what Ava
and
guessed?
um. Yeah, he's got big feet, and he's
Aw.
18. He pulls out a writing pad, actually. Scribbles something on it. Tears the piece of paper out, folds it over.
She'll
Call
take
if you need something. Just take it. All
Mhm.
right. I hope your friend's okay.
Thank you.
I better catch up to mine before his girlfriend. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. And, he tips his head light, and actually, you guys are about the same age. So
Yeah, she's just
Ah.
21, I think.
yep. So he heads out. So
Mhm.
he leaves and goes down another hallway. Um, at that point, officer, you get the feeling you're being watched. And this guy about 30, wearing a fairly new suit, um, with a um, badge hanging on a lanyard in front of him, walks up to you. Um, Excuse me. You're here about the Jane Doe that was brought in?
John?
Yeah, John Doe that was brought in? Wow.
Yes.
Can I ask your name, please?
So you said badge. Is it badge like police badge or like
Police badge.
hospital? Oh,
No,
okay.
police badge. Yes, it's a police
Okay,
badge.
yep.
This is probably Officer
She's
Gray. I'm assuming.
sharing.
Um. So what name would she give him? I haven't actually thought what name she's
yeah.
gone under.
You
Melissa Steiner.
you feel you feel an instant of question, and you look past him down the hallway, and the guy's giving you the you okay still? Look.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
And
Nod
he
subtly.
turns yep, and he turns and walks away, and he turns and keeps walking.
Hmm,
Um
couldn't hurt just
okay,
to
what
get the
name
first
do you
name.
give him?
I am Adrianne.
All right, Adrian. Can you who was that? Your boyfriend?
No, I've met him on occasion. He
No.
visits frequently, and
Oh, ah, well, what? Oh, well, first off, can you tell me the John Doe's name?
she's not gonna get out of this. Has she been told? Has he told her his last name?
No, it
I
hasn't
remember
actually
what
come
I
up.
named him.
Yep.
Adrian, would it just like
You know what? Go ahead and give me a Tied to the Universe roll.
what attribute?
That would be mental.
Or social? Okay.
Mental.
Yeah, I was afraid of
And
that.
yeah, and probably a no
Focus?
roll. No.
Oh.
Yeah, no roll.
All right. Well, all right. Let's see. No. Mental. Tied to the universe. Oh, wait. No, I need to erase those better because I used all 3 of those step ups that I had. Okay. 9. And not a 1. I think that
Okay.
might be my first roll tonight without a 1.
You were due eventually.
uh, ow. Yeah, the name that just kind of comes to mind is Dixon. That's the one you vaguely in one of your visions heard him use one time. Rowan Dixon.
So that's the name she'll give him.
Huh. Okay. Do you know why he didn't have any ID on him?
He's a drifter.
Hmm.
And I mean, they said they found him beaten, right? It could very
Yes.
well be that someone took it. No?
It could be, yes. It looked more like a. It no. How do you know him?
I am the closest thing he has to next of kin.
Okay. In what way are you close to him?
We are close.
So you've dated him, you're
Kind of invasive.
long-term friends.
Well, let's put it at he knows me better than I know myself. And vice versa. We are close. As two people can be without being blood related.
Okay, so he's here in town visiting you?
Yes.
Do you know where he was staying?
He had gotten into town recently. I'm not sure where he had been staying previously. Like I said,
So
he's a
where's he from?
trekker. He comes and goes.
Okay. All right. So at this point, you've been like dancing.
Oh
Are
yes.
you doing anything to reinforce that I am not the person you need to question, officer? Are you
Yes.
doing any kind of Jedi mind tricks on him?
She would, especially like the longer it goes, she's getting almost irritated with this because he's stalling me. And so she would kind of push on those emotions, make him less suspicious and more empathetic.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your.
Social influence empathy?
Yep. Yes, I just rolled the difficulty.
Oh, criminy.
That is weird.
Got so many. I don't want to open myself to the world.
In a hospital, opening yourself up to the world, what could go wrong? I mean, there's
Surely
never
there
any.
is no better location than right here, right now.
Yeah.
Right here, right now.
Oh. I give up. No, I'm gonna actually spin my D10 polka die.
Okay.
To toss it in there.
Did you open yourself up to the universe?
Nope.
Okay, you did.
I just kept it at a D8.
My next question would be, why would that hurt me?
Oh, okay.
14.
14. That equals mine.
You got 16.
Oh, you're right. I
With
did.
2 8s.
Yep, the 2 8s. Okay.
You know, no. Screw this. I'm gonna spend another plot point for that D8 polka die that I got earlier. I'm down to 1 plot point. Whew, I'm going through them tonight. I will not speak those words out loud. Okay. I was about to say, I swear to God, if it's a 1.
Okay.
Okay.
You are tired.
17.
Just Well, I'll take you back there.
Are you going to use that one, Tom?
Oh, that's right.
Gotta know
I
if I get
forgot
my
about
plot
that.
point.
Yes, you get your plot point.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Uh,
I should have just let it go.
You know what? I'm going to use it. It will cause you a complication, but it won't show up on your complications. The
I
complication
don't
will show up
like
in a different one.
that.
I know. But I don't get that much chance to be evil.
This is not true.
I think
That was a
Christina
straight
disagrees.
lie.
Well, I get for 2 hours. 2 hours a week, I get to be evil. The rest of the time, I'm watched carefully. Okay.
Mm.
So he takes you down there. And give me a social focus roll when you walk in the room.
Oh dear. Any of my
Well, actually, probably what basically you're seeing if you show you walk in and he has been badly beaten and mauled. I mean, he's
Did you say mauled?
yes.
And then you said bald. I was like, they beat him up and shaved his head. Jeez.
No, mauled. So it's whatever. If you wanted to be impassive, you probably could use the street one, and not show any sign and not show any weakness. The other option is you could use the street one and use it to farm a plot point. Yeah, street one apply and use it to farm a plot point.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because she's too goddamn tired to
Right.
care right now.
Yeah, but it's part. It's that's part of the system.
But it's
okay,
also
you don't.
ingrained.
Yep.
And you said it's a focus, right?
Yep. And actually, I rolled the wrong number of dice because
Yeah, no kidding. With all my complications.
Right. You let's see. mm,
Hey, now
Yeah.
that's contagious.
Gosh.
Hey, you made me sneeze earlier, so.
One at least.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, no ones, and you but yeah, you actually run. He actually grabbed you, see him, and then you feel this trash can thrust in your hands. Which you use to empty your stomach.
Yeah.
He's actually kind of nice and compassionate. Does the whole, holding your hair back thing.
Question the blood in it.
Yep. Yeah, they worked him over pretty good. Looks like they used some kind of rakes or some kind of farm implements.
Jeez.
Don't really know what, but
Amateurs.
he
Yeah, keep in mind this is a mundane cop, though.
yeah, he's
I'm thinking claws.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're sure it's claws. Looking at it, you're sure it's claws. They've left it open. They've left it open for a valid medical reason. I'm not going to go into why because it gets a little gross. But you can see everything. And then he honestly, they said the next 48 hours are important. To see if he lost a lot of blood. Do you have any idea who could have done this to him?
I don't. Like I said, he'd just gotten into town.
Okay. You're actually telling the truth, so I'm not going to bother rolling. He does believe you. Actually, let me just.
I mean, I'm not going to tell a mundane cop. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Faye.
It was a troll.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He believes you.
Mm.
But then eventually, I don't. I'm gonna go file this information. You can sit with him. Nurses will be in to talk to you in a minute about his information to fill out the rest of his information. And then the scene shifts. We are in a looks like a
Mother
bombed
of
out.
God, Tom.
What?
That roll.
Oh, that well, and that was a
Yeah.
throwaway roll. That was a throwaway roll.
Just a throwaway roll.
It's a from the look of everything, you figure probably a place that was colonized by the Spanish. There's a sound of some explosions and such, and you see a guy that could be described as a blocky bulldog of a man, medium height, heavy muscular, slight bit of fat. His face is blunt and rounded, kind of like water-worn stone, with a gray buzz cut hair. But what if you guys could see it, what would get you with his small, hard green eyes. Then with a Cockney accent, you hear him call off scene. Come on, kid. Thing number 2 got himself into a whole mess. We got to get him out. I don't know what it was, but something happened. Yeah, in your hometown too. Time to go back. Then it goes to gray. Then black goes to black.
All right.
And thank you, everybody,
All right.
for playing. I
Tonight
had
was
a
a
lot of
night.
fun. Sorry about
Yep.
your internet issues, Christina.
It's okay.
But
Glad you're
when we-
still able to be here. Huh?
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
But when we come back on next week, we'll get into Christina's research. Sidney dealing
Mhm.
with the cops. Um,
Fun.
and Hugo plotting his next course, other than going to the liquor store to replace what
And
got drank.
What are you talking about? I got
and
delivery
Adrian
set up.
convincing and Adrian convincing nurses to let her stay past visiting hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
She will be sleeping in that room.
Does she still got the spare ring from Matthew? You could use that.
But thank you for watching. Tomorrow night there's absolutely nothing going on. The Shadowrun Chicago is taking the rest of the month off. Wednesday we also don't have something going on, but Thursday night we've got Rules of Cool where we go into the next chapter of building a Shadowrun character. That's at 7:00 Eastern. At 8:00 Eastern, we've got an episode of Emerald Glitch. It's all about the music, where I get the GM for a second time this week, and take the players through a simple. They just have to break into Underground 93. Not that big a
Is it
deal.
Shadowrun?
Yes, that's Shadowrun.
But
it's
tomorrow
just-
night, since Shadowrun is off tomorrow night here, join me over on Original Box Set instead, because we left off on a huge cliffhanger 2 weeks ago, and it's gonna be some fun. We're fighting the disassemblers.
Nice.
And I may have made an ally in the Matrix. I'm playing the Decker. It's a lot of fun. Join us at
All right.
7 Eastern.
I think that sounds about right.
Yes, 7 Eastern, roughly. Sometimes we get a bit late.
Okay. So Friday we don't have anything this week after the
Nope.
but actually the Thursday stuff is on Gen Con TV. But Saturday morning, the Descent into Avernus is back. You can join them as they debate reconnoitering to turn two godlike beings against each other.
Nice.
Then Thursday we've got, Sunday night we got Like Clockwork, and of course Monday night we've got Paranormal Albany.
Yep.
Thanks for hanging around,
Professional.
folks. Good night.